Hi, so the invasive species that I chose was wild hogs in Texas. Um, I know they're nationally invasive species, but especially in Texas, in the more rural areas, um, become a very invasive species. Lots of damage caused, especially in the past decade or so. Um, where they come from, um, if you want to go way back, Christopher Columbus actually brought them over from Europe over to America, um, but more reasonably time era. Um, they've always been kind of ever since then um, locally around Texas, and they've always been semi wild, but never like an invasive species, just kind of a wild animal. Um, and until about the 80s in Texas is when they became um, started causing more damage, started to multiply, the population rose exponentially, and they started to become an invasive species. Um, so, like I said, back in the 80s, it started to come here, and they just population just kept rising. The damage that it causes, you know, I mean, if you have land, they're gonna tear it up. It's just what wild hogs do. Um, so it affects anywhere from neighborhoods to anywhere from neighborhoods to people's homes to farmers, ranchers, um, hunters. I mean, it affects everyone in Texas. I actually live over in the part of area where the north side of the highway there's no hogs at all, and the south side of the highway you can see the damage they've caused, how much hogs there are. Um, and it's a you know um, kind of not in the middle of nowhere, but just regular sized country town. And you can see driving down the roads, you can see the land torn up, livestock fallen over. You can see where they've run through, like the cornfields and the wheat fields. You can see just torn down. You can see fences broken. You can visibly see the damage they've caused to the farmers. And I know farmers um, livestock just getting destroyed, their fields getting torn up so bad. It takes a whole season just to get back to, you know, good enough conditions where they can actually grow more stuff. Which that loses them thousands of dollars. And then ranchers, having to defend their animals daily against these wild hogs is there. I mean, it's no way cheap to be able to do that, and having the risk of them, one day getting mad and taking over and attacking a cow, anything like that. That's insane. Um, but the hunters, actually, my deer is down south where there's lots of hogs, and fences are torn up. It looks like they're getting dug out of the ground. They're just getting mowed over. Trees, everything's getting knocked over. Our house over there has damage because of it. We had to just replace little stuff every year, just little a door or repaint the brick 'cause it's just torn up so much. Not including our feeder pens getting knocked over, and those got $1,000 or so. Just lots of damage being done because of these. Um, I know one thing that a lot of hunters do is since it is an invasive species, there's no season on them, and so during the non-season parts of the hunters, they'll go out there and they'll just find some hogs and they'll try to get rid of them and dispose of them properly. Um, a lot of people, when they have big plots of land and kind of not covered up areas, people do helicopter hunts. The biggest thing that I know people are doing are hunting them down and trying to slow down as much as they can. Because wild hogs have they have anywhere from 2 to 4 litters in their lifetime. Each litter consists of 5 to 15 little piglets, and it's just they multiply so fast. It's hard to get rid of them. I don't know if farmers and ranchers are raising dogs to kind of get them out of there, protect their little area as much as they can. Um, and so it's just they're rapidly growing more and more invasive in our areas, um, and Texas. I mean, I feel as if we're doing the right steps the right way. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with hunting them down and trying to get rid of them the most efficient way possible. But even then, we're still not doing enough to slow it down. Um, yeah, I mean that's my invasive species. So thank you so much.